you heard about Herbalife, Shaklee, or any other natural products? Have you ever gained benefit from it? So today, I will talk more on the natural product and its toxicity.
Clap along if you feel like a room without.
So, what exactly is a natural product? A natural product is a chemical compound or substance produced by a living organism found in nature. In the broader sense, natural products include any substance produced by life. The term natural product has also been extended for commercial purposes to refer to cosmetics, dietary supplements, and foods produced from natural sources without added artificial ingredients. Pharmacognosy provides the tools to identify, select, and process natural products destined for medicinal use. Usually, the natural product compound has some form of biological activity, and that compound is known as the active principle, such as structure, can act as lead compound, not to be confined with compounds containing the element lead. On the other hand, some medicines are developed from lead compound originally obtained from a natural source. This means that lead compound can be produced by photosynthesis or can be a starting point or a precursor for a semi-synthetic compound, or can act as a template for a structurally different photosynthetic compound.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Isolation and purification. If the lead compound or active principle is present in a mixture of other compounds from a natural source, it has to be isolated and purified. The ease with which the active principle can be isolated and purified depends much on the structure, stability, and quality of the compound. Modern technologies such as freeze-dry and chromatography were useful. However, most of the effect is the optimum level in the form of mixture, not individual compound.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Natural product is categorized into four: animal toxins, plant toxins, microbial toxins, and fungal toxins. But today, we will talk more on animal toxins. Follow me.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Assalamualaikum, I am Dr. Fauzan. Under natural product, there are toxicants from plants and also animals. We focus more on the toxicants from animals. Animal toxicants, they are more commonly known as venoms. Some examples are tetrodotoxin from pufferfish, mengarutoxin from snake, and also letrotoxin from black widow spider. For tetrodotoxin from pufferfish, it is about 100,000 times more potent than cocaine. It is a non-protein type of toxin which blocks the conduction of action potential in the nerve without altering the resting membrane potential. Meanwhile, snake, they use their venom primarily for attacks, and also it contains compound that designed to facilitate their digestion. 95% of their venoms is polypeptide, which contain enzymes. More than 20 enzymes have been detected in these snake venoms. Out of 2,000 snakes identified, there are about 300 that are venomous. For black widow, they are more commonly found in Australia, Americas, Mediterranean, New Zealand, and also Africa. The venoms will cause massive release of transmitter followed by depletion of synaptic vesicle. Other types of animals such as bees, corals, and also ticks, they produce venoms inside them for defense purposes.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
I will explain to you the effect of animal toxin toward the renal system. As we know, kidney is very highly vascularized organ, and it is very sensitive to any toxin, especially animal toxin. When animal toxin are inside our body, our kidney will be inflamed and the nephrotoxic effect will be occurred. For example, when somebody is bite by snake or sting by the bee, the renal blood flow of the kidney will be decreased. Other than that, sodium and potassium channel will be blocked, and the sodium and calcium channel will be blocked, and the potassium channel will be open. It will decrease the renal vascular resistance. Okay, I will show you some venom or some toxin that will open or trigger the channel. For example, spider venom, bee venom, frog skin venom. It will increase the sodium channel. Bee venom also increase the sodium channel opening. And now we move on to the king cobra venom. It will close the potassium channel. Because of that, the renal vascular resistance will be decreased, and it will produce acute kidney failure.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Tetrodotoxin acts on the central and peripheral nervous system, such as the autonomic, motor, and sensory nerves. Tetrodotoxin also stimulates the chemoreceptor trigger zone in the medulla oblongata and depresses the respiratory and vasomotor centers in that area. Nerves in affected patients were of high threshold and exhibited low conduction and reduced amplitude compound potentials, which indicates that some axons were unable to conduct at all. This effect was greater in sensory than motor axons, correlating well with the greater prominence of sensory symptoms relative to motor symptoms such as weakness and in affected patients. Hi, we meet again. There are two stages of tetrodotoxin poisoning. The first stage begins with involuntary muscle spasms, weakness, dizziness, and loss of speech. Next, the patient will start to feel numbness in his lips and tongue. He will also undergo excessive salivation and sweating, which in turn will lead to the drop in body temperature. The second stage of poisoning occurs with paralysis, which leads to the mental impairment and convulsion.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness
Hi doctor, can you tell me about the effect?
Effect. Okay. Firstly, what you need to know about the effect of tetrodotoxin is few general effect is it can make you sweating, headache, and you can feel weakness in your parts of your body and lethargy, and sometimes feel incoordination, and in some cases, some people will paralyze. But I think many people will be interested to know that it can also affect the cardiovascular and respiratory system. So in terms of respiratory system, I can say that people will get their speech affected. It means that when they speak, they can speak correctly and their speech will be blurred. Also, dyspnea, cyanosis, and hypotension is most common effect. And if we see at the cardiovascular system, the effect is basically hypotension, which this will happen due to the lower in the arterial blood pressure, and also due to the total peripheral resistance being decreased due to the less hypotension being conducted. And also other effect is you can see is stroke volume contraction is lower, and can have a cardiac conduction disturbance, also bradycardia and depressed heart rate, and also sinoatrial block, if I'm not correct. Okay. So basically that's all that I can say about the effect. So I hope that's answer your question.
Alright, thank you doctor. See you again.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Okay, let's proceed on to the Islamic perspective. First of all, let us be grateful to Allah for creating us. Okay, first of all, a human being, he is surrounded by all living things such as trees, forests, animals, and etc. That's why we need to be grateful. Because of what? Have we ever pondered how he created in such a way, in such a characteristic ways? So basically, let us focus on the animal toxin. For example, pufferfish, the fish has tetrodotoxin, which are very dangerous to us. So have you ever pondered the toxin does not harm the fish itself, but it does harm to us. So how greatness is Allah, because He created in such a way. Basically, let me emphasize on the Al-Quran, on the ayah, on the verse 190, Surah Al-Imran. Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and in the alternations of night and days, there are indeed signs for men of understanding. Basically, on this verse, what I can understand is that this verse, Allah has created such an event for us to think, for us to ponder, for us to make a research. We didn't know whether the toxin can be a cure in the future. We cannot know that. So we are biomedical students. We need to do research to make sure that this tetrodotoxin, for example, is a cure for some kind of a disease. That's for example, for an example, if I might say.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
From Islam perspective, Allah prevent us from taking any harmful substance into our body. Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 185, which means do not throw yourself into your own destruction by your own hands. Furthermore, there are 5 most important things according to Maqasid Syariah. The first one is religion. The second one is life. The third one is intellectual. The fourth one is lineage. The fifth one is property. As we know, the tetrodotoxin is very harmful to our life. That's why Islam prohibit us to consume anything that is harmful to our body, that can harmful our life, which is the second most important thing according to Maqasid Syariah. Islam also encourage us to eat halal and healthy food, as mentioned in Surah Al-Imran, verse 168. So I think that's all from our group. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.